Hello. Just want to check on. Want to make sure that this is running. Hey, everybody. Let me. Sorry, there's a bit of a time delay between broadcast. Anyways, hey, glad everybody's here. Thanks for making it tonight. Early morning for some people, late night for me. I know it's been pretty good. I mean, it's been a while since we've had these. And I really want to kind of spend this time to update everybody of where Bluezelle's at currently and where we're going. I'm pretty sure everybody's pretty excited right now because of what's going on with the Bitcoin price that's just pumped up for the last thing. So what I got to say to everybody is, first off, happy October, right? This is the game. Like everything's getting going again. Things are feeling good. Everybody's in a good mood, and then we just got to keep executing and making things happen. So what I'm going to do today is I will be sharing. All right, let me turn this things off. So yeah, welcome to today's Bluezell community event on October 6th, 2021. We'll be going through a number of things. First, I know it's been a while since we've kind of gone through, done an event like this and been talking to you. What we'll do is go through a high level of what we've been doing for the past couple of months, where we're going. As questions come up, I'll answer them. And what we want to do is keep, good vibes and keep the good energy going. So one of the things I want to address was for the past couple of months, we've been pretty quiet on things doing. What we realized is, we're falling behind on certain deliveries and doing too many things at the same time. So we wanted to realign the team, realign our process, and just focus in on what needed to be done at that right time, do it in a proper way, and then really start executing well. So that's why you didn't see too much stuff happening as we were. I'll address it in our presentation, but it was really about realigning everything for Q4 and getting all our best practices in, and making sure we have a great product. So let me start. I know some of you guys might be new. Some people might be new to Bluezell. I like to always start with this on our presentations. That hey, what is Bluezell? It's a decentralized storage network for the creator economy. What does that mean? Our belief is that, and NFTs are a good example. You're seeing crypto games come out, that we're now entering the next phase of Web3 or crypto, where it is about the creator economy, people who can build things. This could be scientists, publishers, musicians, artists, anybody who's building something, they're a creator. They need to have that stored somewhere in a safe and reliable way. And we believe that's Bluezell. Bluezell will be that layer for them. And let's go to the next thing. So I think the big thing is to talk about is NFT storage mainnet. It's not just so we've actually, Bluzelle always before was a database, data storage, but as things were progressing and our technology got better, we realized we can do file storage as well. And the real use case around that, the first thing we kind of focused on is NFTs. Big thing that we've kind of learned over the past couple of months was it was a much bigger undertaking than we thought. We thought that, when we first announced it about 5-6 months ago, that, hey, we can put that on, shouldn't be a problem. But the challenge of doing it and getting a real secure network on it was very, very daunting. And I'm going to go into that in a couple slides of what makes that special and different and why it was difficult. And where other people had already been doing file storage for a couple of years, we had to come on in the last couple of months, learn it, adapt it, and see how Bluezell can best fit for it. So that's why things took a bit longer than expected. You saw us kind of move through different stages. I know it was really frustrating, but we really appreciate the patience because We wanted to have a good product, great product that people would use. So, I mean, now what we've got is something that platforms like Mintable are looking for. They're working with us right now, testing, using the product in mainnet, going through it to see its capabilities. And from that, we're actually going to expand it even more. So I know the last thing that we saw was that it was in safe mode, where it was kind of mainnet, but not all the way. But now we are actually in full mode. We've got early customers like Mintable using it. We've got new customers and platforms that we're talking to saying, hey, here it's on mainnet. This is how it works. Here's how it compares. And so the big thing now is full business development. Marketing has started back up again, reaching out to people and getting everything going that you guys normally see us doing. Like I said, it was took a lot longer than we thought, but we've got a great product now, and it's actually going to be a base layer for a lot of other things that we're going to have coming along, which I'll bring up. Now, a big thing that comes up in the past 6 months while we're working with projects and platforms, and this is also to educate you guys, is how is Bluzelle storage different from IPFS? People are already using IPFS and Filecoin, but what are you guys doing that's special? Well, the big thing here is that there's a big thing around a misconception about IPFS. It actually doesn't guarantee availability. So what that means is that you can have your NFT, store it through a platform or store it yourself on IPFS, but it actually only sits in one server. That's how it's made. Now, by design, it is meant to be a decentralized network, but to actually have it on more servers, you have to actually ask for it to happen, and you've got to make sure it's there. And there could be a big cost out to that. And also, if I'm running a node and I've got no incentive, no token or anything involved in it, what's my point of even keeping up? Because I can just take it down. And if you were the one NFT that was sitting on, if your one NFT was only sitting on that my one server and I took it down, you've lost it. So that's a really bad thing. And people think that you're automatically getting replicated everywhere and it's available, but it's not. Another thing is that it's not automatic, right? You have to make a request to have it put on other servers out there. So if it's only in one place, you have to go and ask to put it in special places or choose another one or a second one. How's this different from AWS or Google Cloud, right? What happens is that you're essentially just the exact same service. There's nothing really special. So again, the network might be decentralized, but your service actually isn't. So that's a major thing. Now you've got Bluzelle Storage versus IPFS. So what's our value proposition? What makes us different than what IPFS is doing? The main thing is that what took us so long is that we truly are available and everywhere. So where I said in IPFS, you put your NFT there, it's only going to go to one node, and if it goes away, you're done. Well, in Bluezell, what happens is you store it, you upload it once, and it's stored in multiple places right away. So that assures that even if things go down, your file, one node goes down, your file is still alive. It's still there. So you've got no risk of it being lost, and it's not all dependent on just one thing. So that's a real major advantage that happens there. So because of that, that gives us a big value proposition that other platforms can't do. The one difference that comes up is, hey, as we're talking to different platforms, that IPFS is faster by seconds. I know it might not seem much to you, but sometimes in the tech community, seconds mean a lot. But the problem with that is that you're not getting replicated everywhere. That's a reason IPFS can upload you to one server and it's there. With Bluezell, it might take a little bit longer. That's because as you upload your NFT to one node, it's actually going everywhere, and our network, BluezellNet, is making sure it's everywhere and sitting there. So you're actually it might take a couple seconds longer, but it's definitely safer. So the big thing there is that it's truly decentralized, and that was one of the things that was kind of keeping us back, making sure the testing was good, and making sure we have a better product. That if people ask, well, why don't I just put it on Filecoin or IPFS? Well, you shouldn't. You should just put it on Bluezell because we're truly decentralized and really available. So that kind of covers that stuff. I'll answer a couple of questions that are on there right now. Let's see, what advantages does Bluezell Curium offer compared to, here's one, what advantages does Bluezell Curium offer compared to a conventional wallet, and how is our data anonymously protected there? Well, Bluezell Curium is our in-house wallet that was made for BLZ mainnet. So as you know, we have BLZ ERC20, we have BLZ mainnet. Eventually, we want to merge the two together. But what happens is now that BLZ mainnet, it works like a MetaMask type of wallet. If you're staking on our platforms, you can just go through there and automatically stake through Bluezell. So that works really well. Once we do the upgrade to Stargate and other Cosmos chains through the Bluezell Curium wallet, you will actually be able to move tokens pretty freely around and work with the other decentralized exchanges in the Cosmos network. Jamie asks a good question. What is the roadmap looking like now within the timeline delivery expectations, since you had to do a restructure and things took longer than expected? Well, I mean, roadmaps are always working. On my next slide, I'll go into like what's happening in Q4. But I think right now what we've done is want to get the NFT product out there. Storage is out there. Mainnet's working really well. So now all the team can focus on is making sure that hardened technology is there. And we don't have to do so many, let's say, experimental lab things anymore, because we can just work on the base of the Bluezell net, providing the storage support that we need for our customers, and then BD can just keep talking to different customers and different applications and adding on. So you will see a slight adjustment in the roadmap that we'll update in the next couple of days. But the goal is that over the time, moving forward, it'll be more realistic and it will execute faster than we've done before. Let's see, somebody says BLZ 10x by end of October. Well, I don't think it'll be that fast. I think in the next year with the things that we've coming on, we definitely can, push for that and should be able to execute and achieve that. Is Oracles still on the plan for Bluezell? Okay, so let's go into this part. Yeah, Bluezell Oracles is definitely on the plan. It is 99% done. And by that, I mean the product is done. We want to just test it out thoroughly because, like I said, don't want to rush things out. Got into a good pattern now. So what we're doing is running certain tests on it for the first version of the Oracles. Once that's done, we'll add that to the mainnet. And now we've got another major feature on the mainnet running. So we'll have the storage and Oracle. So we're just trying to knock down all the things that we had said before and make sure they keep coming out. Let's see. Which partnership does Bluezell have planned for the future as part of the strategic sense? As you know, one of the case studies for all of us or working that got us going was working tightly with Mintable, seeing what the needs of them are, what we need to meet those needs. And now we've got that product that they're using right now, and we'll start scaling it up very soon. At the same time, our BD team is talking to all the other major NFT platforms and products out there. Potentially the storage layer could be really good for the game space. So that's there. So that's really the focus, is the top NFT platforms, show what works with Mintable, and then also at the same time, start looking at other solutions that can work with us. Let's see. So what's going on there is, so at the same time that we've got all that going, I don't know if you guys have seen the recent tweets, we are in a new hiring mode as well to bring more people onto the team, top-notch stars. We're validating them going through them very slowly because we want to have really good people working on our central technologies our central team, the Bluezell central tech team, and showing what it can do and execute for the future. All right, so what are we working on for Q4? This is the next 3 months. October is just the start of it. So one, like I said, Oracle's 99% done, final testing, that'll be on mainnet, and we can get that going. Another big thing that we're working on is a validator acquisition program. New ways, we've been talking to a bunch more for the past couple of weeks, some very well-established infrastructure companies. What we want to do is create a better program to bring more on. And now that we have NFT storage and bring more customers on, have more files coming on, that's more work for these validators to do. And we've also got some incentive programs to bring them in that we're working with some of our community members that'll hopefully drive up validator support, more staking, more BLZ tied up, and then more storage as well. Another thing that we're working on is just timing it out right now is the Cosmo Stargate upgrade. Moving on to the next thing of Cosmos is always a challenge. We've been researching it for the past few months, and our team is now going, now that NFT storage is done, which we wanted to make sure that milestone got done. Part of our team can now go to Cosmos Stargate, look what's need to be done there to upgrade us over there. So once we have that in the next couple of days, I can actually map that out and say, hey, here's realistically where we're going to have the Cosmos Stargate. The big thing by going to Stargate is that we'll be part of the blockchain communication protocol. So that means that us and every other Cosmos chain out there, we can freely work with each other, send transactions, have the technologies work, and the tokens go back and forth. So it's really, interoperability and multi-chain. Let's see, another question. BLZ have no plan to expand to Korea. Korea, I mean, it's an interesting market, Korea. A lot of the exchanges there are now having to re-look at companies that are coming on. The Korean government is really cracking down on them to see which are Korean companies, which are not. A lot of new things, regulations have come in. So some of these exchanges have actually slowed down of having non-Korean companies come on. We're still talking to some of our partners over there and saying, hey, what can we do? And just keep in contact for that. Are there partnerships planned for the cross-chain bridges, or what are the advantage of an internal cross-chain bridge? So as mentioned, going cross-chain, you can either do a couple things. You can do EVM support, so create that bridge. I know Cosmos right now has a Ethereum bridge that they're trying to stabilize and come out. If we do that, then we should be able to connect with the others. We already have been researching some on our own as well. But the big cross-chain stuff is going to really happen with the Cosmos Stargate upgrade. So that means once we do that, hey, Bluezell tokens and Bluezell products and DeFi, we can work with like Terra, with the Luna token and all the Terra protocol applications on there. We can also then work with Osmosis, which is another DEX on the Cosmos chain. And that'll happen with IBC and Stargate upgrade once we do that. Let's see. And then the other thing that's working on is for Q4 is a stealth project that we've been developing. That's another reason, we've been kind of quiet in the background, just trying new things, getting NFT storage done. But also what we want is a consumer product that people can use that's not so tech heavy, right? So right now you got Bluezelle, the storage layer, which is really B2B. We want to have something consumer related. I came from the consumer background, worked with companies like Disney, Electronic Arts, Nintendo. So, we've got some expertise there. We've got some talent tech talent and developer talent that we have access to that can build consumer products. So we've been doing that for the past 2 months as well. A new project that'll be for consumers. What I want to do is in the next 2 weeks, really show that to the community. We'll do another date set up, do a live event like that, where it won't focus on kind of the community update we're doing here. It'll be like, hey, here's the new project that we're doing. Here's a roadmap with it. And here's how it's going to run on Bluezell and leverage everything. Let's see, we got a question of when call of data. That one is just being revamped right now. The big focus was, like I said, get the NFT solution out, get the Oracle out, and then call of data. Majority is done. we just now have to go back, refine it, and see when we want to release that in time with the real consumer product. Because Call the Data was really a community participation program to drive more utility. But at the same time, we want to work, what we're working on Stealth is a bigger project that can, execute much better. Hungly, he's asking, hey, what we've been doing for 4 years in the world of crypto. Hey, it is what it is. We've got to address it what it is, right? We work hard. We're here all the time. Certain strategies or applications sometimes don't work out. You got to try a different path. Things slow down. But what we really did was take the last 2 months to really look at those practices that we're saying internally, hey, are we slowing down on things? Why are we slowing down? How do we fix these things? Where are our weak spots? And that's what we did. I mean, just being front of it, that's, crypto is new space. When you're doing Web3 crypto, which is not consumer layer, but really infrastructure layer, problems happen and you got to reevaluate what you're doing each time. We took that time. I think we put in better systems, better road mapping. And with that, we want to execute better and, prove everybody wrong of what, what Hungly is saying is like, let's bring up the other way and do it on the right path. Let's see. Do we have a partnership with Chainlink? No, we don't have that. I mean, Chainlink's on its own. It's doing its Oracle solution very well. We see Oracle as just a feature on Bluezell as customers come on to us, use our storage layer and other things. It's like, hey, here's a good Oracle solution for you as well. Let's see, somebody's asking, how do we correlate BLZ coins versus services provided to the community? What are benefits of having BLZ? Benefits of BLZ is, you hold it because as we become the storage layer, BLZ is needed to pay for storage on the network. Validators are required to hold BLZ to validate the transactions and earn BLZ on return of it. So if you're providing data storage to the network, the way you get paid out is in BLZ. I mean, somebody asked we should list in a big exchange. Well, we're on Binance, one of the biggest exchanges in the world. We're also on Huobi. And, there's a couple other exchanges I don't want to mention on here that we want to push forward with. But that's a result of, hey, us kicking the butt, getting the product out there, getting more traction, driving our token price up over the next quarter. And then that gets us onto the better, even the other big exchanges that we want to get to. Is it possible that Bluezell will publish its own DEX? I probably don't think so. We're not like a DeFi protocol. It doesn't really fit into our mandate. If anything, we understand storage, we know under content, we understand creator economies. We'll do more things on that. The DeFi, the DEX aspects, we'll work with all the other Cosmo chains like on Terra or Osmosis to execute there. Somebody asked, let's see. Oops. Jonathan's asking which ones. Well, the Curium wallet is already up there. Cosmos and Call the Data, we will be able to roadmap in the next few days, in the next week, as the team's looking at both things. First thing I want to do is have the team really evaluate Cosmos Stargate upgrade, because that just keeps us in line with everything else. And then because of that, then we can do the cooler things that we want to do with the other chains and not be behind others. Any target date when NFT mainnet will go live? The full mode of the mainnet is live right now. It is working. Projects like Mintable are using it. We're just basically using this period right now to prove the things out, see how fast it is, how the customers are liking it on mainnet. And then we're doing the aggressive marketing with that, especially at the same time behind the scenes. We've been talking to other platforms and customers and use cases for using our storage mainnet. Let's see. Are there more of community events? Yeah, we will be doing these. I like one of the feedback that somebody gave us last week was, hey, we should be doing something like this every week. I think every week might be too much right now. What I want to do is in the next, 10 to 14 days, hold the event where we can talk about the stealth project and not take it out of stealth and bring it up to everybody else out there. So, the community will see it first. We won't announce it to the public or do a blog post. The new project that we're doing that we like, that we're alluding to, it'll be a community event like this where we want people to come in. So then, having said that, if that looks good and we have a weekly update that we can do with the teams that we're working on, hey, we'll do, we'd love to do it every week, but probably every 2 weeks would be more realistic for the start until we get in a good rhythm. When $1, Lee asks. Hey, I wish I could say it'd be tomorrow. I don't know. Right now, the main thing was deliver the things on time, stuff that we needed, get the next things rolling out, and really start the marketing and biz dev push in the communities there. Cool questions from Mark. An idea, can we compete with Google Cloud or OneDrive because it's a storage solution? I guess, yeah, I guess it could, right? Those kind of have different requirements, what people use kind of Google Cloud for. Eventually, as different use cases come up and the network is big enough, yeah, you'll be able to store any type of files on there. But I think right now the focus is just the content layer, the creator economy. What do those guys like to store? What we have the capabilities to store quickly and in a safe way. And really it's around NFTs for now. But eventually, yeah, it could definitely go to a Google Drive, Google Cloud or OneDrive. Who are your competitors when it comes to NFT storage? Right now, obviously, you got the centralized ones like AWS, Google Cloud, but we see those almost becoming like partners too, because we would just use their servers as their nodes, but use them in a decentralized way for us. The other one is, obviously there's Filecoin, IPFS. Those are the big ones. We've already shown you how we're different from there and better. And those are the ones. Any new listings? Not planned right now. Working with some other dexes to get liquidity on. That would be there, but otherwise it's, hey, get our token moving well, get our community moving well, get the utility of the BLZ, and then we'll target the other big ones that are out there. Will we release a new roadmap? Not a new roadmap. We'll do an updated one, and I'll do that like in the next 10 days. Really, I want to come back and see. How we are timing wise for Cosmo Stargate and other things. I can't. John's asking. I can't see an update on GitHub. Your team on holidays? No, they're not. This question actually came up before. If you follow our Discord, Neeraj comes there and it's explained that people are looking at just a specific branch of Bluezelle's Discord, GitHub. If you use, I don't know the technical terms, but there is one branch that's always having updates on and working, and then they just don't do it on the main branch always. So people are just looking at one thing, but not going one step deeper and seeing all the work that's happening. Feel free to jump on our Discord and ask those questions. Neeraj has answered that before. Manish is asking if I'm going to Dubai Crypto Expo. No, unfortunately not. Still got to look into how that affects. I live in Singapore, and some of the quarantining rules change depending on the country. So no plans for Dubai as of yet. Let's see. How is revenue generated in BLZ? Revenue for BLZ is generated on transactions. So when things are stored on our network, the platforms are paying a fee. That fee goes to the network and also to the validators. That's the main thing. Let me see if there's another one. Is Bluezell fast enough to stream videos or music-based NFTs? No, we're not a streaming layer. There's other blockchain type platforms that do that. That requires a whole different type of technology. We're strictly storage layer. Now, does that mean what it could be is some light stuff that could be played content wise, like you're saying, music based NFTs, potentially depending on their size and what codecs are. But remember, we're not meant to be a player. We're just meant to be a storage point. So it's like I don't go, if I've downloaded an album or have some songs, I might store it on, my folders on my MacBook. But what happens is that it actually has to be played through a player. So we're a bit different from that. Let's see. Oh, one thing I don't know if you guys noticed is my eye here is recovered a lot from the accident I had on my mountain bike. If I had done questions back then, it would have been pretty bad. I had an eye patch. His whole face was totally purple and really dark, and it had double vision. I'd actually, really take some time off during the days and let it really recover and heal. But it's pretty much back to normal. I can see perfectly. All the swelling's gone. So it's good to be back. John, how do you think about October, Bitcoin, and altcoin? Well, Q4 has always been good historically. Everything and you saw Bitcoin's move today. Usually, sometimes when Bitcoin and Ethereum move hard, alts tend to stall. Nothing we can do about that. But I think once that finishes, Bitcoin's move, then alts start going. What we need to do is just focus on getting our partners, getting customers over the next 30 days, showing the new project and roadmap, and getting our marketing and everything going so that, hey, when the alt rally happens, we're there for it as well and working with everybody in unison. Daily Doodles is asking if we can provide a list of killer features that scare your competitors over your project. The space is so raw and new that everybody's kind of focused on their own thing and have a track to do it. People wonder, hey, why is this company doing it this way? Well, a lot of tech and planning goes to it, and people do it different. I think we just have different solutions, like IPFS. I said, hey, they allow really fast loads, but it's only in one place, and it's easy to use, but because it only goes to one place. Hey, ours is truly decentralized. Go to different places. We just don't have the big name as commonly known as IPFS. But hey, if we do our job right, community's there to promote us, talk about us, get really good use cases, we'll catch right up with those ones. Do we have incentive plan if someone gives another person for staking BLZ? I don't fully understand the question. If you stake BLZ, rewards are given right now. We've got new things coming up that we want to increase participation in that. Now that we've got this mainnet done for NFT storage, we can go back to focusing on a lot of the community events and getting that going while we're getting customers for things and other applications that we have in development. Let's see. So if there's, hopefully, don't know if there's any other questions coming up. These have been really good questions, real good participation. Glad people were able to join in. We'll summarize a lot of these things, tweet them out. But really, the big thing now is, delivering on what we did on the mainnet, get oracles on done so we can just check everything off, go get some customers. And like I said, hopefully in the next 10 to 14 days, we can do another exercise like this where I can show that roadmap that's related to that and some of the stealth projects that we've been working on. If everything like that is okay, sounds good. I'm glad everybody joined in. As usual, thanks a lot for your patience the last 2 months. Thanks a lot for the support. We were working behind the scenes, getting everything ready. And now it's like basically October time, right? Let's go, go, go. That's the game plan. Hopefully you guys are in it with us all the way there, and we can make Bluezell just really rock. That's the game. Thanks, everybody.